Yes, I, Grenada, Carriacou, Pity Monic, and the world. Welcome to another Mikey Live, people. What really going on in here, boy? What really going on in here? We all here. Welcome to the business, people. This is where it all happens. Now, we are talking about the good, we talk about the bad, and we talk about the Mikey. All here. It's real news tonight in all the little people. So get all the coke and all the popcorn and then kind of business. All you. But in addition to the excitement that we usually have on the program, we have some serious matters down for discussion tonight. 5 men charged for sexually abusing a 14-year-old. I never hear that yet. 15 cases of sexual offenses reported so far for the month of September. This one here, 26 days into the month. No foul play in the death of Andy Sharp. GFA refutes claims that has been made in the media. We'll talk about that in a minute. Mid-morning fire in Grand Dance. We're going to talk about that. A man has lost his home. We spoke to the police and thing. Severe weather bulletin issued for Grenada for tomorrow. Grenada Invitational breaks their silence. We're going to talk about the business. And we have a lot more things to tell all you about now. So here what's going on. I want all to share the business. Share the program, people. So that when you hear we take we break. When we break and we come back, it's real news in all the little. But also, even before we go even further, we want to ask all of you to share the business. We always ask you to share the business. So hit share on the Facebook there, and for the people on YouTube, big up all the whole self now. Big up all the self, the people on YouTube. And also to the people on WPG10. We are on cable TV channels 10 and 11. And here's what, we are on full HD on channel 11. On cable, people. You know what I mean? We gone global. So all you, big up all the whole self. I realize what's going on in the place. You understand? So we want to apologize to the people on Facebook. We have been streaming, but you were left out for a minute. You know, we want to apologize. So you all missed the beginning of the program. So we apologize to the people on Facebook, but we welcome you again to the program. And just to run through the headlines again for you, 5 men charged for sexually abusing a 14-year-old. 15 cases of sexual offenses reported so far for the month of September. No foul play in the death of Andy Sharp. And GFA refutes claims made in the media. Mid-morning fire in Grand Dance destroys one house. We're going to talk about that. And severe weather bulletin issued for Grenada for Thursday. That and more we will be talking about when we come back. And of course, because we missed the people on Facebook for a minute there, we want to invite you again, people on Facebook, to please share the business. We've been asking you to share, but you were not on. The program did not start late. It's just that you came on a little late. All right, so we apologize for that, but remember, share the business. When we come back, people, is real news in all your low. Now, the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and Colombian Emirates International.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. bring home more than a memory.
Why not stay in? Turn off your alarm clock and stay in on your perfect mattress for as long as you like, only at Quartz. Get 2 free pillows with the purchase of a bed frame or mattress. Get what you want now. With Ready Finance, there's no down payment and you pay nothing for 30 days. So turn off that alarm clock and stay in as long as you like, only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Mega Force Promotion presents We Up in It, the Mega Bingo on Sunday 30th September, National Stadium from 5 p.m. You can win a mint condition 4-door Toyota RAV4, 4-door Toyota RAV4, plus $40,000 in cash. Amazing, isn't it? But there is even more deals. Tickets cost $60 for one. Pay $100 and we give you 2 tickets. We Up in It, the Mega Bingo. So lock in the date, Sunday 30th September. Free buses available. Bring your posse because we're up in it. Sponsored by Karim, Mikey Live, Coodafed.com Discount Card, Glenelg Springwater, and Waggity Rental and Sound Company.
Does your laundry detergent have enzymes to fight stains, remove bacteria and odors while being gentle on your hands? Does your laundry detergent have a natural lemon scent, easy rinse technology, and fabric softener to protect your clothes? If you answered yes, then you must be using Glace. If not, what are you waiting for? Glace laundry detergent is made with a 4-in-1 advanced formula and is phosphate-free, making it safe for the environment and safe for washing machines. Glace. A clean home is a Glace home.
And the Glace is distributed by Fortune Foods Grenada Limited. Now folks, again, welcome to you, and it's time for us to get right into the news. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you about is the procedures for visiting the Ark Peace, the hospital ship in Grenada. Now, the public, you are advised of the following security procedures to be observed by persons interested in visiting the Ark Peace, the hospital ship. Now, the last time around, just around 9,000 persons use that service. So we know now that it will be a lot of people visiting the Ark Peace, and they want to make sure that it will be peaceful and orderly. All visitors will be subject to security screening. All visitors must carry a photo identification card, all right, a photo ID. No dangerous instruments, including knives of any and all kinds, fingernail files, screwdrivers, ice picks. Once it's sharp-edged, then it's not going to be allowed. No firearms, no breakable glass bottles, no bottled water, no backpacks, no big bags, no alcohol drinks, no boxes, no explosive of any kind. And persons carrying bags or backpacks of any kind may be asked to leave their belongings with the security personnel. Now, any person or persons deemed to be disruptive or engaging in disorderly conduct will be asked to leave. Visitors must adhere to the international safety and security protocols of the cruise port. Now, the Ministry of Health will not be liable for any security enforcement decisions deemed necessary by security personnel. Please be guided accordingly. Right. The next business that we have to tell all you about, boy, is in relations to the Waggity Super Knockout Tournament. Now, the other day, boy, I think it was about 2 days ago, we told you that there will be no Super Knockout Tournament this year, and we had Waggity explain. Now, today, we are hearing a different kind of story from the Grenada Football Association. You understand? we are hearing a different kind of story from the Grenada Football Association. We ain't taking sides or anything, people. All we do is we present the facts, we present the information, and at the end of the day, you make your decision on your own. Now, according to the GFA, at the end of the 2017-2018 season, the GFA announced the change of its upcoming season from May to November to August to April at the final of the Wagiti Super Knockout. All football competitions or tournaments hosts, including the organizers of the Wagiti Super Knockout, was advised of the change of the GFA football season. According to GFA, the season has changed to sync with the European season, which would allow the FA to get the best European players during FIFA international breaks, avoiding competition events or competing events such as cricket, carnival activities, etc., and to sync the transfer windows to allow easier movement of players. Now, based on, they say, our calendar of events, we have allocated May to July for Mr. Redhead's tournament, which he was advised of and agreed to. We are aware that arrangements were made to commence the tournament from May 2018. Now, our season, which started in August, consists of 3 annual competitions for men: the Premier League, the Conference League, the GFA Cup, and the Pure Grenada Cup. And he spoke of the winners and so on. Thus, we would like to assure the football enthusiasts, partners, sponsors, and well-wishers that the institution, the insinuation that the GFA is hosting a competition in place of the Wagiti Super Knockout is misleading and incorrect. All right? The FA scheduled a meeting with Mr. Wagiti on the 26th of July 2018 to discuss the tournament fixtures and other competitions related matters. However, Mr. Redhead did not show up to the meeting, nor has he made any attempts since for the rescheduling and so on. Now, it goes on, and we have posted the entire press release on our website because we don't read storybooks on the program, but you can always go onto the website to read more on this. But it was only 2 nights ago we had Mr. Wagiti on the program, and he explained why he was not going to tournament.
As I said, they did a vote, and I think the vote went 5-3. They support doing the tournament this year, but they supported that we start later. We're going to start at the end of October, and we finish at the first week of December, just about 6 weekends, and we have to cut their number of teams, and we find it kind of unfair if we had to cut the teams, because teams been playing every year, and to tell a team they can't play this year because we had to cut their number of teams, I don't think it's fair. So we thought best, in the interest of football, is just not to have football this year, and let's see if we could work out the details and get it better to start 2019.
All right, so let's look forward to see what's really going to happen, because since the announcement that there will be no Super Knockout tournament, there has been a lot of talks on the street, you see. So let's see what's going to happen. As Waggy says, in the interest of football, let's see what kind of business will work out. Folks, I ain't done with all of yet, Now, you have been hearing a lot of talks about the Grenada Invitational, right? You have. And so, we have not heard from the people, and many was wondering why we have not heard. We don't know why, but now we have a response from the Grenada Invitational. Now listen to this. And we don't read no storybook, we'll give all the gist of the whole business. On September 14, they say, 2018, the directors of the Grenada Invitational Inc. received via email a letter dated September 11, 2018 from Mr. Michael Bascom, informing the board of his sudden decision to resign as chairman and a director of the board of the Grenada Invitational Inc. It goes on to say that on September 19th, a formal response was emailed to Mr. Bascom acknowledging receipt of and accepting his resignation. We would like to thank Mr. Michael Bascom for his contribution towards the Grenada Invitational in 2017 and 2018, and wished him all the best in his future endeavors. Hold on, we're going on. The Grenada Invitational Inc. would like to use this opportunity to update the media and its other stakeholders as to the completion and receipt of the private audit which was commissioned in May of 2018 by the management team of the Grenada Invitational Inc. and was made reference to in numerous news articles and other media since that time. Now, the information contained in the audit presents clear picture of the company's current financial standings, free of impropriety, and for which action are being pursued regarding the financial obligations of all involved. Please note that upon completion of the Grenada Invitational in April, the finance team has at no point ceased communication with creditors of the Grenada Invitational and has been sending bi-monthly updates regarding the company's efforts and commitment to honor all financial obligations. It is useful to note that international standards does allow for a 6 months period within which lane prizes are to be paid to athletes post-event. And again, you can read the remaining of this document on our website, MikeyLive.com, with a storybook on the program. Now, mid-morning fire, ambulance, fire truck, grenades, what going on, Jed? Folks, it was later revealed that a house was on fire in the Grand Dance area. Now, according to reports, there was no one at home at the time of the fire. You understand? No, according to our source, everything was destroyed in this fire. Nothing was spared, people. You know? And they're saying they've had several fires. Yeah, Hamlet, you're looking pretty. They've had several fires within a few days. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Several fires within a few days. Now they are saying to people, please be extremely cautious. Take care of your property. You understand? Don't leave nothing on and think when all going out and then kind of business. Because you never know, things could happen. Don't leave nothing there. You understand? So today, about this fire, we spoke to Constable James, who gave us a brief, rundown as to what really happened today. He was saying that, hey, it wasn't easy to get to the location. They had to foot it, people. They said they had to foot it, pool holes, all kind of business. When they got there. So far, we know that no one was really injured. However, everything was destroyed.
The request the Assistant Fire Department, we did respond with a crew, wooden structure, footing by footing. It was completely destroyed. The owner of the house is Mr. Isaac Frame of the said address. Everything was destroyed. Nothing was not safe. Okay. He didn't have no electricity, but apparently to the gentleman is mentally ill. Apparently like they left something on. Nobody was not in the house at the time. Access by foot, but not by for the appliance. We did pack up a certain part. We run a couple length of fools to just how the fire does remain the debris.
Yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, people. So the firemen said they had to walk, they had to put in some work on this one. But they don't mind that, they don't mind that. You understand? So we understand that it was a mentally ill person. According to reports, no one was at home and there's no electricity in the house. So it leaves you to think. Alright? So they say that's not the only fire they have had. In recent days, there was another fire in St. David. In Pomerose on Sunday, an ex-police officer. And then there was another one on Monday again, people. You understand? Now, one of the concerns they're saying is to ensure that areas are well, are accessible, people. This seems to be a new concern that the fire department is having, to ensure that the areas are accessible. No vehicle should be parked in a way that obstructs the fire truck from getting into inroads and by roads and so on. This seems to be a new concern that they are having. You understand? We are happy that no one died in this fire, but about 3 or 4 fires ago, in fact, there was one, the young lady, she was buried in Petit Martinique today. No? Yes? You understand? So, yes, she died as a result of a house fire in Wester Hall about 2 weeks ago. You understand? I see somebody saying on the chat, never have they seen so many fires in Grenada. A lot of fires. We used to have a lot of bushfires and so on, but right now, house just going up in flame like nothing, people. You understand? So it's about time we start to really see what really going on and try our best. All right, sorry for that. Yeah, hold on, partners. Thanks. You understand? See what really going on with that business. You know what I mean? See what going on with that business. Anyway, we have more things to tell all you. At least nobody died. We see we go help out. You know, you can help out anybody want to help out the family and things. You know, that's small thing. Call the fire department, get a number, and organize the business. All you now hear what going on. Grenada is bracing for severe weather because you know why? Cook is back. You understand? Cook is back and in plane. And so there have been tropical storm watches and warnings issued because Cook in plane. You understand, people? So we want to talk about that. First of all, we're gonna tell you what the officials are saying. Grenada and other windward islands are bracing themselves for some severe weather conditions for tomorrow, Thursday. You understand? And that's according to NADMA. They say that although Grenada is not expected to be directly impacted, forecasters at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, they say that they are monitoring the system closely. Closely. They say we could get some water and all kind of thing. Here is a special report from NADMA.
The following is an update from manager of the Met Services at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, Mr. Hubert White, on the pending tropical system Kirk.
Yes, Kirk has developed into a tropical storm, or as you rightly said, redeveloped. So our latest position here is at 11 this morning. The center of tropical storm Kirk is now located near latitude 12.1 degrees north, longitude 54.3 degrees west, and that is just about 500 miles east of Grenada. Kirk has now maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour, and of course we expect higher gusts. Very little change in strength is expected as it approaches the Windward Islands. Its present movement is 18 miles per hour, and that is towards the west, and later a northwesterly motion is expected, and that will be up to Friday. On this track, Kirk is expected to approach Barbados and the northern Windward Islands by Thursday afternoon. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 150 miles per hour from the center, and that means we may expect tropical storm force winds and storm conditions in the area north of Grenada, particularly our islands' dependency of Petit Martinique and Carriacou. Kirk is expected to produce rainfall amounts between 4 and 6 inches, and of course, maximum rainfall is expected in the area of Martinique and Guadeloupe, and that will be up to 10 inches. Although Grenada and its dependencies is not under watch or warning at this time, Kirk is expected to generate gusty winds, thunderstorms, and numerous thunder showers, as I said before, especially in the northern section of Grenada and Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And we may be...
All right, so thank you very much. I am not going to go through the entire thing because we have a comprehensive report later on this in the national report. All right, so we're moving on with this. Just to give you the current coordinates, because the coordinates in which you would have heard from the goodly gentleman were the coordinates from earlier today. So I want to share with you the updated coordinates as of 8 o'clock tonight. All right, now First of all, the summary of watches and warnings that are in effect. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Barbados, St. Lucia, Dominica, Martinique, and Guadeloupe. A tropical storm watch is in effect for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, a tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning areas, in this case, within 24 hours. A tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch areas, in this case, within 24 hours. And they are saying that at 8 o'clock tonight, the center of Tropical Storm Kirk was located near latitude 12.7 north, longitude 56.1 west, and Kirk is moving towards the west-northwest near 18 miles per hour, and this motion is expected to continue over the next few days. Now, on this focus track, the center of Kirk will move over the Lesser Antilles within the tropical storm warning areas Thursday afternoon. Maximum sustained winds are near 60 miles per hour with higher gusts. Little change in strength is forecast until Kirk crosses the Lesser Antilles, followed by weakening over the eastern Caribbean Sea. Tropical storm force winds extends outwards up to 115 miles from the center. All right. So some of the islands, tropical storm conditions are expected to first reach the warning areas by Thursday afternoon, making outside preparations difficult or dangerous. Tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch areas by Thursday afternoon. Kirk is expected to produce total rainfall of 4 to 6 inches across the northern Windward and southern Leeward Islands, with isolated maximum total up to 10 inches across Martinique and Dominica. Now, these rains may produce life-threatening flash floods and mudslides for those areas. Here in Grenada, we can expect flooding, landslides, rocks falling, and so on. Well, you know the usual. All right, NADBA encourages the general public to remain vigilant and listen to the localized weather reports issued by the Grenada Met Services. Now, as the agency charged with the responsibility of disaster management, they say that they advise against the publishing of information that will create undue panic among citizens, and that they support and disseminate the information issued by the local experts. All right. They say that preparation is key in mitigating against hazards and critically important in preserving lives, livelihoods, and property. They say that they will continue to monitor the system, so we expect that we will get an update from them sometime in the morning. We're moving on. How are we looking for time, people? Now, the next story that I have to tell all you about, people. The next story I have to tell all you about, people. You don't want to know. 15 cases of sexual offenses reported so far for the month of September. Multiple charges for one girl. For one girl, people. Multiple charges just for one girl. When I say that, men involved with one 14-year-old. Different times, different days, different scenarios and situations. I ain't making it up. I want to say good day to Sherry. You see, y'all don't know what the media does have to go through. Days trying to get this information together for you all. You understand? Big up Sherry. You understand? It's been days. That's what I'm saying. It's days. Anyway, let's talk. So, people, we are hearing that multiple men has been charged for allegedly being sexually involved with one 14-year-old girl. All right? Do not expect us to say names or anything like that, because that's not the point in terms of who the victim is. Right? But officers attached in the Criminal Investigation Department, They have charged, so for 4 men, hold on, we'll talk about the rest just now. 4 men for having sexual intercourse and indecent assault with a female above the age of 13 but under the age of 16. Yeah? The young lady is said to be a student, 14 years of age. So we have charged a 34-year-old Roger Lewison, a roof installer of Grandans, received 3 charges for having sexual intercourse with a person above 13 but under the age of 16. The act allegedly was committed in the month of May 2018. Lewison is said to have made his first court appearance on Friday, September 21st, and placed on $50,000 bail with 2 sureties. Roger Lewison will make his second court appearance December 7th. 22-year-old Alfred Bishop, construction worker, Hope St. Andrew. 2 charges of sexual intercourse with a person above 13 but under 16. Should I go more? He was placed on $50,000 bail as well. He's going to go back to court December as well, 7th. 19-year-old from Bacalet, Arnold Brathwaite. Having sexual intercourse with the same minor. 3 charges of sexual intercourse with a person above 13 but under the age of 16. $50,000 bail. 2 sureties. Going to be in court December 7th. Lee Coffey. Charged. Indecent assault. And it just goes on and on and on. Yeah? Coach, school team. Listen, we are understanding that even in another case. Listen, man. I know if I even understand why we're here. What we doing talking about this still. What are we doing talking about this still? And I am not even going to go into how and these kind of things because it grosses you out. It grosses you out, and I don't even want to spend more time on the story, to be honest with you. It upsets my stomach. Alright? So if you'll permit me, I'll move on. Right? I don't want to get too emotional on the program. Right? We understand that one more person is yet to be charged for another incident. Anyway, as we move on, no foul play in the death of Andy Sharp. Now, Andy Sharp died on Monday, 17 September. His body was found in a house that he occupied. I believe he lived alone, right? And his friends went to visit him after not seeing him for a while, and found him lifeless. You know, so persons were not sure as to how he died, but now it has been revealed or reported that he died as a result of chronic alcoholism, you know, and pneumonia, as according to reports coming from one of his family members. We spoke to the person who found his body.
Well, what I have not seen my friend, so what I decided was to do was to come and look for him. And coming to look for him in where he resided, I did not noticed him answering when I called on 3 occasions. So as calling, I did not hear no answer. So what I choose to do, I choose to enter the house. And by entering, I noticed that he was deceased. So, and I called on to attention to other friends, and they came and they noticed, and we made a phone call to the police, and from there it went on.
Okay, do you know if he was sick or anything like that?
I cannot tell that because I'm not a physician.
Okay, all right, okay, all right, no problem. And what's your name?
My name is Evert Edwards.
And what does people know him as?
Bluntis.
Bluntis.
Yeah, or you can say Andy Sharp. Toots me.
All right, thank you very much. And that was his friend explaining what really happened. And that's a good friend to have, of course. He says after not seeing him for a few days, went on to see what was really going on with him and realized that he was, in his words, deceased. We are moving on. All right. Now, the next thing I have to tell all you about, boy, there is a new shipwreck. Yes, you know what a new shipwreck? So what they have been doing is, you know, Grenada has probably one of the best underwater sculpture parks, yes? And so today we were informed that Grenada has a new shipwreck. So what they do when the ships are no longer usable, for want of a better word, they sink it. Yeah. To create, you know, that a nice little underwater business. So this ship on your screen actually is the ship that's on the logo, I think it is, of the Grenada Coast Guard. This ship was donated to Grenada many moons ago, many years. Pure Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean. They said that they add a new shipwreck dive to its diverse portfolio. You understand? So that's good. They took their time, people. You see it on your screen? They took their time and do the business. Alright? Now the Tyrrell Bay patrol boat was sunk on Tuesday. That was yesterday. Approximately 1 mile of Grandance Beach close to the Boss Reef. It was donated to the government of Grenada by the United States government for the use by the Royal Grenada Police Force, Coast Guard, and entered into service in 1984. Exactly, yes, 1984. Know all the history. They said that following its service, the boat became inoperable for several years, after which the Grenada Scuba Diving Association requested permission from the government of Grenada and the US government to decommission and sink the vessel as a sustainable reef and new dive site in the destination. Now, the public or private sector project began in 2016 and was completed in September of 2018. All right. Now, people, they say that a lot of people were involved in the whole business. Right? The partners like the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Authority, the Grenada Tourism Authority, Grenada Scuba Diving Association, RGPF Coast Guard, Ministry of Health, Grenada Ports Authority, Clark's Coast Boat Yard, and Sol EC Limited. Financial support from this project was provided by the CCB, the GTA, and the GHTA, which was the major financial sponsor through its Tourism Development Fund. Now, people, they sink the business, and so we have a new shipwreck. All to big them up, and they say, listen, it will look nice under there. All right, don't worry yourself. They say it will look really nice, and it will serve a really good purpose. So, folks, no longer will you see that ship above sea level. The ship that is on the logo of the Grenada Coast Guard, it has sunk, deliberately sunk, and it will now be a part of our history. Of course, we hope that you guys will appreciate that. All right, good. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? I'll take a little look, because you will never see it like that again. Yeah, Good. How are we looking for time, people? Right. Good. Let me see if I can get so let me see if I could get a Bob Peter. Let me fly the drone. Don't think we can fly drone too, you know. Nobody don't cut in this time. We cannot technology, you know. Let's fly the drone. Okay. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. And here we are with an above look of it. You understand? Yep. So good. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? Where is the timekeeper on the program tonight? What else we have for you? All you. The next thing that we have to tell you before we go further. The hot list. The following names, your ask and numbers, please call or WhatsApp 405-8227. Alright, the following persons, please call 405-8227 or WhatsApp. Andrea Scott of Darbo St. George. Jocelyn Pierre, Calivini St. George. Alston Purcell, Hope St. Andrew. Roger Johnson, Guava Estate St. John. Lyndon Phillip, Sanssouci St. George. Clinton McGilvery, Grandin St. George. Rhonda Lalji, Gladstone Road, St. Andrew. Gilbert Francis, Union Village, St. Andrew or St. Paul, St. George. Travis Noel, Grandin St. George. Also Christopher Beggs, Felix Park, St. Andrew. And Dwayne Raj Jerome of Tempe, St. George. Again, you are asked to please call urgently 405-8227, or you can also WhatsApp the same number. All right, how are we looking? Good. Right, so folks, here's what we're gonna do. I see that I don't know what's going on. I find time will be really running on the program these days. It's like, I don't know that. Anyway, I have an interesting story to tell all you. Kick water. You all remember that incident when there was the flooding in Trinidad and the minister walked into the village and then people do all kind of things to the minister? Well, a 31-year-old man has been fined $400. We're talking about Trinidad, on charges which stemmed from an incident in which he kicked water, muddy water, onto a member of parliament for Laventille West, Fitzgerald Hines. His name is Snake. There's the accused person, Richard Snake Marcel of Beetham Gardens. They say he appeared in the court, magistrate's court. And he had a lawyer, you know. He was charged with using obscene language and assaulting Hines by beating him. And while Marcel pleaded guilty to the first two charges, it was submitted that he only acted the way he did out of frustration. They say it was said that Hines had made several promises to the residents of Beetham over years, yet none have been kept. So when he plays flood now, partner show up, people. When he plays flood, all the partners show up. Well, the people was having none of it. They had to literally run. They run. You know what I mean? They run like when Janine and them come in helicopter and they was offering ration in them small village. They run. It was a partner and they got to run. And the body will look back. So on the picture in your screen, let me get a closer picture for you. He kicked the water on the man. Look at the very picture. That's the evidence. You understand? That's the evidence. So charges were laid against him. So you get yourself in a little trouble. And then $400 is a small thing to pay. But a nice small thing. You sell that to Skin Up and thing. And then you organize yourself, go inside and you will sell that to Mango and thing like that. And you're good to go. And I mean, don't make that hurt your head. And I mean, you're wrong and you're wrong. Yeah, I mean, but I understand your frustration. But don't kick water on the man. You know what I mean? You don't know when the man gets shot. Next thing you can have mud still and the man shot and the one like a blue shot the man to weigh on Tuesdays and you mess up the man shot. He has a right to take you to court. You know, for pain and suffering because the man might never know when you get back another blue shot. The man favorite blue shot. Anyway, let me do that talk. Now, folks, here what's going on. It's raining on the outside. I hope you can hear that. Alright? Conditions may continue to deteriorate and things like that. Yes? But whatever happens, we will let you know about it. Yes? So here's what we're going to do right now. We are going to take a short break and come back. When we come back, we have the national report. Now you will get to hear about the weather advisory from NADMA in more details. from the national report, okay, people, and some other stories. So stay tuned, all right? And for the people who are with us for the first time, big up all the whole self, no man. Big up, man. Yeah, man. So we're coming back in a moment. Stay, don't listen, watch me, yo. Stay right there. I say stay.
Listen to what you had to say and turn up the old rules, because losing what you paid for is just wrong. Now, lost data and talk are a thing of the past. Only Digicel gives you unlimited rollover data and talk. Just buy and renew your Quick Pick bundle before it expires and keep what's rightfully yours. Never lose what you don't use. Go to My Digicel app to bundle up and roll over today. Digicel.
Final Stop Auto Sales and Rentals, located in Mungay, St. George, is your final stop for all your auto sales and rentals. We sell a wide variety of used cars in mint condition for the best price on the market. We sell all the popular makes and models of vehicles. If we don't have it, we'll order it for you. Or, do you have a vehicle that you want to ship to Grenada? Then we'll do that for you. And if you need a vehicle for a few days, we also rent vehicles, both short and long term. See us today, located next to the Deco Service Center, or call 410-7475 or 422-9615. Final Stop Auto Sales and Rentals, Grenada's best.
Dwayne and Louisa
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, a new full-length drama written and directed by Christy Riggs.
Louisa, will you marry me?
Boy, you crazy?
I love you, Louisa. I'm serious.
You reach love real quick.
Breaking Out, opening Saturday, 29th September at Marishow Theatre and continuing.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me.
Breaking Out, a story of love, challenged, tested and driven to its very limits.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Breaking Out, a story of high drama and suspense.
I'm gonna count to 3, and when I'm finished, you should already be walking towards the door. 1, 2.
Wait, so you're gonna just shoot him down like a dog?
Breaking Out, starring Robert White and Lisa Grappy James. Breaking Out, an opportunity for taking out the entire family.
This ad compliments Quartz Grenada Limited.
Does your laundry detergent have enzymes to fight stains, remove bacteria and odors while being gentle on your hands? Does your laundry detergent have a natural lemon scent, easy rinse technology, and fabric softener to protect your clothes? If you answered yes, then you must be using Glace. If not, what are you waiting for? Glace laundry detergent is made with a 4-in-1 advanced formula and is phosphate-free, making it safe for the environment and safe for washing machines. Glace. A clean home is a Glace home.
And the Glace is distributed by Fortune Foods Grenada Limited. It is now time for the National Report.
Grenada and its dependencies not under tropical storm warning or watch from Tropical Storm Kirk. Details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back with the details. I'm Rakisha St. Louis. Officials at the Meteorological Office and NADMA say Grenada and its dependencies are not under tropical storm warning or watch as a result of Tropical Storm Kirk, which is expected to produce heavy rains across the northern Windward and southern Leeward Islands Thursday and much of Friday. However, they are warning that with moderate to heavy rainfall expected, there is a great chance of flooding and landslide. Here is an update from Mr. Hubert White, manager of the Met Services at the Maurice Bishop International Airport.
Cork has now maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. Now, of course, we expect higher gusts. Very little change in strength is expected as it approaches the Windward Islands. Its present movement is 18 miles per hour, and that is towards the west. And later, a northwesterly motion is expected, and that will be up to Friday. On this track, Cork is expected to approach Barbados and the northern Windward Islands by Thursday afternoon. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 150 miles per hour from the center, and that means we may expect tropical storm force winds and storm conditions in the area north of Grenada, particularly our islands' dependency of Pittimatnik and Carriacou. Cork is expected to produce rainfall amounts between 4 and 6 inches, and of course, maximum rainfall is expected in the area of Matnik and Guadeloupe, and that will be up to 10 inches. Although Grenada and its dependencies is not under watch or warning at this time, Cork is expected to generate gusty winds, thunderstorms, and numerous thunder showers, as I said before, especially in the northern section of Grenada and Carriacou and Pittimatnik. And we may be expected by a few rain bands which can affect the south as Cork makes its way through the islands. These conditions, or these rainy and windy conditions, may lead to landslides, street flash flooding, and other flooding in areas that are so prone, that is, low-lying areas. We are asking all residents to be cautious, especially as to the outdoor activity, and take the necessary action to protect lives and property due to conditions that may affect the northern section of Grenada, especially Pittimatnik and Carriacou.
Some of the major players in Grenada's financial sector met on Wednesday to discuss the negative impact of climate change, the specific implications for the financial sector, and the possible solutions that the sector can develop to address those challenges. The workshop targeted 3 key areas: climate risk and its effects on the financial sector, challenges to the insurance industry, and the development of energy and water efficiency solution. The exercise was hosted by the Government of Grenada and the German Federal Ministry for the Environment and the Integrated Climate Change Adaptation Strategies, ICAS. Dieter Rothenberg, head of the Climate Change Programs GIZ Grenada, says it is important that these institutions understand the risk factors caused by climate change and how it can affect them.
The project we are doing, which is the ICAS project, we are having this workshop to discuss and inform the financial sector, that means insurance companies, banks, credit unions, about challenges which come up due to the climate change impacts which we have seen and are seeing currently and which are predicted for the future. So the challenges from climate change for these sectors, for the banking sectors, for insurances. And that includes, for example, the risks of erosion for buildings, that includes the risk of flooding of buildings, that includes the risk of business failures because of, for example, lack of rain in the farming sector, for example. So basically it is about talking with the financial sector to understand how they perceive and what they think what could be done in order to be prepared for climate change.
Local coordinator of the Munich Climate Insurance Initiative, Tara James, hopes the workshop will assist the insurance industry to better understand how to deal with the risk factors and provide solutions.
I hope to get some ideas from the insurance sector in Grenada about how they view the risks to their business model and to their customers from climate change, and solutions that they have in mind for growing in these challenges as opposed to floundering.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The CCJ will be a Caribbean court, reflective of Caribbean culture, Caribbean values, and everything Caribbean. I ask this question: which court do you think will adequately reflect the views of Caribbean people to those who worry? Will it be the Privy Council, persons in Britain, persons who have never lived in the Caribbean, persons who don't share our values, persons who don't understand what we stand for and what values we uphold? Or would it be our people who have grown among us, who live among us, who attend the churches we attend, who attend the schools we attend, who are members of the soccer teams that we are members of? Who best do you think will reflect us?
It's about time. It's long overdue. We should be there because, get out of the British thing, and so we are all one Caribbean, and I think that will be binding us more together.
Yours is yours. Privy Council is not ours. No matter what we do, what we say, no matter what ties we had to England, this is the time to keep divesting ourselves of those strings that tie us unnecessarily.
There's nothing in this bill for any partisan political party. Nothing. There's only one thing in this. It's for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and for the Caribbean region as a whole.
Justice has to be accessible, affordable, and swift.
Welcome back. Grenada moves one step closer towards implementing the National Occupational Safety and Health Policy, which will govern the protection of employees in the workplace. Stakeholders met with government officials on Wednesday to finalize plans and recommendations for the policy, which, once approved, will be brought to Cabinet for submission. For years, Grenada has been lobbying for the policy, having to pay off millions in injury and sickness benefits to workers. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labour, Lima Frederick, said once the policy is implemented, bad practices can be eradicated and in turn, working conditions will improve.
It also improves the image and the bottom line of a company. However, the absence of safety and health can incur loss of lives, grief to family and friends, loss of income, poor image of a company, and the employment of damage control initiatives to reverse bad practices. The cost can also be exorbitant. For example, data from the National Insurance Scheme indicate that the NIS paid out over $300,000 from January to July 2017 and for the same period in 2018 for employment injury.
ILO specialist Ariel Pino said the policy addresses much more than safety and health. It includes a more positive outlook for Grenada's economic development.
It is very important because it's showing the commitment of the government and the workers and the employers in advancing the agenda of occupational safety and health. It is not just because of the health and safety of the workers, but by improving this area as part of the decent work agenda of the ILO, what is actually happening is that the productivity is increasing, the absenteeism is lower, the moral of the workers is increasing, the perception of the people by the companies is also increased. So it has much more than safety and health. It has a lot of positive effects for the economy and for the socio-economic development of Grenada.
That story just brought the curtains down on the national report for today. Let's recap the top story. Grenada and its dependencies not under tropical storm warning or watch from Tropical Storm Kirk. On behalf of everyone who made this newscaster possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for viewing. Until next time.
Thank you very much. And folks, that's where we come to an end of the program. It's raining. Cats and dogs as well. We are hearing a lot of thunder as well. So we got a lot of rain, we have a lot of thunder. and we have a lot of lightning right now. So I guess as much. Let's see what's going to happen for the remaining of the night. All right, into tomorrow. Want to say thank you to everybody who's usually here on the program. Those of you who are always on the program, never miss the program. Well, we had to say big up to you, boy. Those of you who always share the program as well, big up. Let's say hello to Esther, Melly, Neki, Trevelyn, Cynthia, Deslin, Khadija, Trevelyn. I said that already. Zaka. Who we have? We have Kevin. We have Wayne. We have Showman. We have Khadija. We have Gary. We have Scott. We have Marsha. We have Veronica. We have a lot. And everyone else on the program, big up all yourself. We have Angel. Some of all you have not. Mikey, go follow up. Spice Girl, big up. Some of all you have not shared the program yet. So listen, share the program now. Some of all you have not do it. Let's do it now. Let's share. All right, share the program. I think we have exhausted all our time. Some say, well, how Mikey does rush toward the end of the program? Sometimes we have to because we're on a 16-minute window for the cable channel, so we do not want to exceed that. All right, we have to stick within the rules. All right, so folks, big up all yourself. We want to say thank you, Peter and Evelyn and everyone else. Valerie and my mom and all the silent viewers, big up the people who are on YouTube. We know that you're there, big up to you as well. And the folks on WPG10, we want to say thank you. We know that you're there. If only you could have communicated with us, we're going to find a way to do that. All right, so thank you to you as well, and may God richly bless you. Folks, let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say ja. No. Good night, everyone, and we will touch base tomorrow, God's willing. Take care.
soca brothers and sisters. It is with great soca intention that we congregate today to witness the deliverance of our soca king, Brother Boise, who has been possessed by a soca spirit.
This possession did not start today. This possession started way back in 2012. Who remembers Paul Robinson? In 2015, he kindled an soca tree. In 2015, he kindled a battalion. In 2016, he hit the bullseye. In 2017, the intention was there. Brother Soviet, blessed. This man is untouchable. He was possessed by a very powerful man. He carries the spirit of the father of soca. Yes, Sophie, there is nothing more we can do. The only way your son will have peace of mind is if you let him go to the National Stadium. Even if you understand, hold on. Even if you are in the ground, even if you are in the judge's land, hold on to something.
Why,
do a test. On the ground. Watch it come on. Do this for me. Cinco. 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 Do this. Cinco. Cinco. On your way. Wait. In this dance. Papi. Papi. Say papi. Papi. Say papi. We gonna do it together now. Watch me. Right now. Say cinco. 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 Say cinco.